hitting record here. So welcome to Peace and Power. With the forehead resting on something, rock the head side to side, massaging the third eye, center the forehead, which may be a spot that you tend to hold tension. It's not one of my favorites, right there. So softening there, just rocking the head side to side. Give yourself a little love around the forehead there. And start to notice your breath if you haven't done so already. And just by bringing that attention, that awareness to the breath, we tend to start to deepen the breath a bit more. Notice if that's happening. Anytime you want to breathe out of the mouth, great way to release tension, let go, a little extra. All right, let's walk the hands forward and we'll lift the hips up so the hips are above the knees, and then maybe even walk the hands more forward so we start to reach our heart towards the floor. Maybe taking the forehead to the floor or the chin to the floor. That gets pretty deep in the shoulders. So you might just hold here, let your head kind of float neutral. Think about reaching the heart towards the mat as you open the chest, the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. And it does take a bit of an engagement in the front body. So kind of hugging the rib cage together a bit. So we engage, so we're not just dumping all the weight into the shoulders there. Inhale. And exhale. All right, walk those hands in. From here, we'll tuck the toes, come up in back down dog. And then take some breaths there. Pedal out the feet, bend the knees. You could also just come into child's pose. If down dog's not feeling great today, child's pose is another option. Couple more breaths wherever you are here. And at the bottom of your next exhale, we'll gaze forward, walk the feet forward, come to the top of the mat, halfway lift there. So feet could be a little closer together. Hands come to the shins, find a halfway lift. Belly in, heart forward. We might start to straighten the legs a bit. And then exhale forward there. Rolling up to standing or reverse swan dive. Flat back, arms out and up, or roll up, head comes up last. Either or. And then we'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. Samasthiti. Ground down into the feet. Lift up through the crown of the head. Belly in. Heart lifts. Shoulders down. Find your breath. We'll take a couple cleansing breaths here. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale, like you're fogging a mirror with your breath. 2 more rounds. Inhale through the nose if possible. Open mouth, exhale. Really stretch the mouth wide. 1 more, just like that. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. You could even stick your tongue out here. Our eyes are closed. We can't see you. Lion's breath. Perfect. Now seal the lips. Breathe in and out of the nose. Or in and out of the mouth. Let's open the eyes. Take the arms out and up. Reach up, look up. Now just keep the hands apart here or bring the palms together. So our arms might come a bit forward in front of the face to get those palms together. But notice as you do so, your heart starts to lift a bit more. Lift the gaze up. From here, maybe start to come back a bit more. So lift the heart up and then back, opening the front body here. Ground down into the feet. I know it takes a little bit of balance as well. 1 more breath. Lift up and back. Maybe taking it a little further back. Inhale, come up. Release hands through heart center. Forward fold, release. Halfway lift. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank. Hold here. Find your strength. Feel free to lower the knees. We'll do a push up here. So knees down, or here we go, push up. And then we're taking it into side plank. So right hand down, maybe the right knee down, open that left arm. So center, push up. This is our power here. Other side, side plank, right arm opens. All right, center, push up. Side plank, open it up. Beautiful. Center, push up. Woo, take that right arm up. Center, push up. One more time on each side, side plank. Beautiful. Push up, center. Side plank, other side. Release. And let's chaturanga. So find your plank, reach the heart forward, come on to the tips of the toes. Keep the elbows close to the body, hover or lower to the belly. Chaturanga through, up dog or cobra, heart lifts. And down dog, take it back. Couple breaths there. Should start to feel the heat a bit more. After that little series there, building the heat, building the fire. Next inhale, take the right leg up. Inhale, exhale, step the foot forward. Come on up, crescent lunge, arms overhead. We're gonna take our hands behind the back here, interlace the fingers or reach for opposite forearms or elbows, and open up the chest. Once again, we're opening this heart. Maybe lift the gaze. Now stay here, or we're gonna lead with the heart. Come forward to the inside of this front leg for humble warrior. We could take the back foot flat for feeling a little wobbly there, or stay on the ball of the back foot. Maybe start to lift the arms overhead. Let the head go. A couple more breaths. Press into the feet as you rise up, and we'll release the hands. Take those arms overhead. Then here, lift the gaze, lift the heart up and back. One more breath here. Inhale, sink into the front knee. Exhale, release the hands down. Step back into plank. Vinyasa through, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, heart lifts. Down dog, press back. Couple breaths there. Now instead of those chaturangas, we could always lower to tabletop and do a cat-cow. Just a little movement of the spine is perfect. Next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, come on up, crescent. Take a moment here, settle into the feet. And then when you're ready, we'll take the hands back. If you're interlacing the fingers, take the opposite thumb on top. It feels funky. Open the chest, inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. I was just thinking, was it, Kelsey's here. She was like, it feels like somebody else is holding my hand. How awkward it feels doing the opposite way. All right, let that head go. Maybe flatten the back foot. Lift the arms overhead. Couple breaths here, humble warrior. As we open the heart, open the chest, letting the head go. All right, next inhale, come on up, ground into the feet. We'll take those arms overhead. Maybe slight back bend here. Lift the heart up, lift the gaze. Maybe take it up and back a bit more. Inhale. Exhale, release hands down, step back. Chaturanga through, reach the heart forward as you lower down. Up dog or cobra, shoulders away from the ears there. Down dog, press it back. All right, from down dog, let's take the right leg up. Inhale and exhale. Coming into half pigeon, so the shin comes forward, right knee to right wrist, or we flip it around. We just did this in Sculpt and Flow, but perfect stretch here, seated or on your back, figure four. Stretching the same thing. We're just gonna get a little bit more into a quad stretch here, optional. So find your pigeon, square the hips, lengthen through the spine. Maybe start to come forward a little bit. Now the option here is gonna be to bend the knee, reach the heel in. Maybe take this hand to the outside of the foot or the ankle, give the foot a little jiggle, and then hug the heel in. Now this left hip will want to open to the left, but keep the hip square towards the floor. And you'll really get into the quad, the hip flexor. You could even start to lower down a bit more and take the foot with you. I know it's intense. We'll take a few more breaths wherever you are. You could always release that foot and just lower a bit more into half pigeon. I promise front body opening. This is it right here. Oh my goodness. One more full breath. And we'll release that foot if you still have it. Come on up to the forearms, to the palms. We'll tuck the back toes under, extend that leg back, shake it out. And shake out the other leg after that quad stretch. All right, let's take it to the other side. So left leg lifts, inhale. Half pigeon, set it up. Or just flip it around on your back or seated. So we're working towards the shin parallel to the front of the mat, but a lot of us may just take the heel in a little closer to the body, which is totally legal. Square the hips, square shoulders, maybe come forward a bit. And then we'll bend this back knee in, reach for the foot. Might just be for a second, for a breath or two, but maybe see if you can hold there. And it does help to give a little shake, kind of loosen the tension, and then hug the heel in. Maybe lower down a bit more. Wherever you are, a few more breaths. Square those hips. Instead of letting the right hip open. Excuse me. All right, we'll go ahead and release that foot. Come on up. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, extend. Leg back, shake it out. One final vinyasa, if you'd like to take it here. Come forward into plank, chaturanga, cobra, up dog. But this is just optional. And then we'll lower to the knees. We're almost to our peace portion. We're gonna come into a back bend here, camel. So our knees are apart about hips width. Hands to the lower back. Hug the elbows in. Lift the heart up. Maybe lift the gaze a bit more with each breath. You might just start to follow the ceiling, the sky back. Opening the front body. But not taking the hips back with us. Keep the hips forward, and we're lifting up and back from there. One more breath. And then come on out. Lead with the heart, head follows. Sit back on the heels. We'll do that one more time. Breathe there. All right, one more round. Camel, Ustrasana, come on up. Feel free to skip it. Hands to the lower back. Lift the heart up, 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 and back. Hug elbows. Maybe start to take the head back. We could tuck the toes, reach for the heels. Wherever you are, a couple more breaths. And then come on up, lead with the heart. Woo. Swing the legs around. And we'll counter that with a forward fold, come into our piece. So feet can be apart or closer together. And we'll just start to slowly, being slow and gentle on that back as we come into a counter stretch from that. Round forward, let the head go, the arms relax. And forward folds are a great way to cool the body. Well, a lot of the times these seated forward folds are in at the end of yoga practices, or most of the time they are at the end. Cooling us, grounding us. Take a couple more breaths here, soften the face, the jaw. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to come up. And from this position, let's hug the right knee in to the chest. We'll take it into a twist. So foot plants to the inside or outside of the thigh. We'll sit up tall. Left arm can reach up, find some length. And then wrap the arm around or hook the elbow. And rotate to the right. I always kind of like to hold my hands here. You could take the back hand behind you for support if that feels better. Another option is to bend the bottom knee in, coming into a little deeper there, as long as both sit bones are down, rather than that sit bone lifting up. Just soften into the twist. We don't necessarily have to come to the deepest stretch right away. Just allow time and breath to soften the body, the mind. Keep checking in with the body. Notice if we were able to soften in those last 5 breaths. So maybe notice if those areas we're holding on. See if we can send the breath there and soften a bit more. A few more rounds of breath. Perfect. On your next inhale, we'll slowly release, unravel. Extend the legs out in front of you. Give a little shake, a wiggle. And then we'll take it into the other side. Left knee comes in. Plant the foot to the inside or outside. Sit up tall, right arm reaches. Inhale. Exhale, wrap the arm, hook the elbow. Set it up for your body. So really tune in, listen. We might come into it a little deeper, or we might come out of it. Wherever it feels best to breathe. Maybe bend this bottom knee in. And soften into the twist. Nice and easy. You might start to take the gaze a bit more behind that back shoulder. And just taking our time here. Notice your breath. In these twists, we're not able to take as deep a breath. Just notice how it feels, how the breath feels, how the twist feels. A couple more breaths. And we'll slowly start to release, unravel our twist. Unravel the legs, extend out. Give a little shake, a little wiggle. And then let's make our way onto our back. We're gonna come into banana. Side stretch. So come onto the back, and once you're there, walk the legs over to the right. So we're making a banana shape with the body. Walk the legs over to the right. You could even take the left heel, cross it above the right foot. And then the upper body, lift the shoulders, take the shoulders up and over, maybe even the arms overhead somehow. And stretching, opening left side body in that banana shape. And as far as the shoulders here, we do want our shoulders flat. So the shoulder blades flat rather than lifting up. So you might take your arms a little wider if that's the case. So you want to be grounded there in the back of the body as best we can. And then just soften into it, soften into the breath. Notice where your thoughts go when we come here into this place, into this position. Notice where our thoughts are in this moment. No judgment, no expectations, just noticing where our mind goes. And then we can redirect the attention, the awareness back to the breath, back to this moment, back to the body. And on your next inhale, we'll start to move the arms first. Release the arms. And then take the rest of the body back to center. We'll pause at center. Notice how that feels in the body from right to left. And then when you're ready, walk those feet over to the left, maybe crossing the ankle. Lift the shoulders up and over, arms in any position that feels best, as long as both shoulders can be flat. You might have this side might be a little tighter, or you might be able to come into it a little deeper than the first. And again, noticing without judgment, without expectation. Noticing what comes up within the body, within the thoughts. That's what's so powerful about coming to the mat, having this time to yourself, as we get to practice finding more calm, more quiet, more peace. We get to practice that here. And then we get to take it off of our mat, into our relationships, our jobs, our tolerance of the things going on around us. We'll take a few more breaths here on this side. See if we can soften just a bit more. And then on your next inhale, we'll slowly release the arms first and then work the body back to center. Pause there. You could take the arms overhead, full body stretch. And then bring the knees into the chest. Right knee, left knee into the chest. Rock it out side to side. And we're right on time. Woohoo! I thought we might be over a couple minutes, but we are right on time. So take any other stretches here. We actually have a few seconds if there's anything calling you. Otherwise, we'll make our way into Shavasana. So hug those knees in to center one last time. Inhale. And exhale. Straighten the legs out. Oh, I forgot to do the heart opening. Dang it. The banana was calling us. We'll have to do the heart opening next class. Sorry about that, y'all, that got the towel and everything. Feel free to take that here in Shavasana, actually. Putting it along the spine. Just making sure your head is supported. That could be a great option here. But I will be doing that more this month. So keep it close by near your workout stuff. So yeah, if you want to come to that place for Shavasana, having your rolled up towel or mat or blanket underneath the spine, supporting the head. Otherwise, we're on our backs completely, palms face up. And find our stillness here. Just allowing that all to sink in, that power, that stillness, the peace. And stay here as long as you can. Have a great Sunday, everybody. No problem. Michelle, happy birthday, Leslie. Namaste, everyone.